This is Alex Monaco with Remax, and today we are answering your questions for me from the internet. Okay, no one's really asking me these questions, but I'm doing it anyway. Okay, first one, let's get to it. What does Alex Monaco do for a living? I think everybody knows that. I'm a real estate agent. Next one, what does Alex Monaco do for fun? I have two little ones, a baby and a toddler, so whatever I do for fun or want to do for fun is really no longer relevant. Most of my spare time goes to them, but I do love to play basketball. I love to go and watch basketball games, particularly the Knicks, and work out, hang out with friends. That's pretty much it. What does Alex Monaco eat? I eat a lot. I love eating. I post a lot about food and restaurants. I like Italian, I like barbecue, I like Tex-Mex, I like Asian. Only thing I don't eat is seafood. I just didn't grow up eating seafood and I just can't get into it. I wish I did, but I can't. Okay, some real estate questions. How much money do you need for a down payment? So you don't need probably as much as you think. You do not necessarily need 20%. You do need 20% in order to avoid PMI, which is some extra mortgage insurance. However, you can buy a home with FHA as little as 3.5% down. Then, of course, you'll have PMI. Your monthly payment's going to be bigger, but you could do 3%, 5%, 10%. People do it all the time. How do I find a good real estate agent? There's a lot of ways to. Of course, if you're in New Jersey, you already found one. However, if you're not in the area, I think a good way is to ask a friend or someone you trust who recently bought or sold a home, and ask how their real estate agent was, and if they were good, they had a good experience, then that might be a good option. However, I would still vet them online. You want to find a lot of good reviews. You know, all their sales should be posted online, or most of them, so you should see their track record just by going online. What does under contract mean in real estate? So when a house goes under contract, state to state, this can vary, the terminology that people use. Sometimes you'll hear pending or in escrow. But basically it just means that the home is taken off the market, sellers accepted an offer, and you're locked in. Here in New Jersey, we have an attorney review period, and even though a contract has been signed, you are not under contract until attorney review is concluded, and that's when the home is off the market. What is Alex Monaco's craziest story? So I was once actually under contract for 3 years. That's right. I was the buyer. It was an investment property I was going to buy and rent out. And it's a whole long story, obviously. It was 3 years, but the sellers were just not doing what they were supposed to be doing. And I just was too stubborn to kill it. And I hung around for 3 years. We actually never closed. But they did pay me $10,000 just to let them out of the deal. So finally, reluctantly, I let him out. What is Alex Monaco's most expensive sale? 1.4 million. I think maybe 1.45. It was actually a family member. I was on the buyer side, and it was in Lavalette. And because it was a close family member, I get to hang out there all the time, and it is a pretty sweet house. What is Alex Monaco's worst sale? So I had one recently where the majority of the people in the transaction were just very difficult. We got it done, and my clients were great, but the attorneys were just not responsive. The buyer was not responsive. We had 2 buyers back out. They just got cold feet, no real reason at all, and there's really not much you can do. It was during attorney review, or one we were already under contract, and they just backed out and wasted everybody's time. In the end, it was all good, so I don't know if it was really that bad a sale, but that's what came to mind. All right, how does Alex Monaco sell so many houses? So that's a great question, and I can't give out all of my tips and tricks, but I'll give you some. But basically, I'm just sort of relentless. Whether I have a buyer or a seller, I do absolutely everything I can. I will not stop until I get the job done. If it's a buyer, I'm always sending properties, I'm always following up, I'm always asking them, which direction they want to go, and I'm really aggressive with getting their offers accepted. With a seller, I do a lot of things to get my listings marketed and sold, including professional photography and videography, and a lot of open houses, and that gets the job done. How does Alex Monaco make these videos? So my video making is really nothing too special. I have a phone stand. It's got like a ring light. I have my Blue Yeti mic. I love this thing. The quality is so good. I use a little clicker thing. I actually have it right here that will stop and start the video. So it's really 3 pieces of equipment. The phone holder, which is also the light, the mic, and then the little clicker thing, and that's pretty much it. And I just try to find creative ways to make a video. Sometimes I rip off and duplicate, or I see something someone did and just give it a little twist. All right, last one. How does Alex Monaco work? Well, one thing is I actually work from home. I don't go to the office every day. I don't need to. And to be honest, in every office I've ever worked at, I find it to be a little bit distracting. No offense to any coworkers, but you go to the office, people always want to chit chat and talk to you, which is totally fine. But I only will go there if I'm super, free and able to, or if there's a meeting or something, because I want to just be focused. So I work out of my home office where I can just focus and concentrate, and then I'm all over the place. I'm in and out all day, going to showings and appointments and stuff.